What's going on, traders? Welcome to this week's Forex forecast. If this is your first time to my channel and you want to try to grow your trading account and learn more about supply and demand, start now by hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. All right, looking at the US dollar right now, we are coming into this area on the monthly time frame into a demand area. And if you look over on the top right, we are actually about to hit this weekly area of demand. And at the same time, if you look at the COT reports, they're actually adding shorts. In the week before, they added, basically this a similar amount of longs and shorts. So it kind of makes me think that they're trying to hold up price at this demand area. And what I expect to happen is for price to come down, rally off this weekly, maybe push up to here, and then eventually fall down. And that price on the weekly is actually this area of demand that you see right here. So this whole area on the daily time frame, that's kind of what I see happening on the US dollar. Okay, on to the euro. So they actually added 15,000 longs this past COT report. So that's pretty crazy considering we are headed to this monthly area of supply. And if this is your first time on my channel, I did a breakdown on Euro USD, an actual full video on that. So go check that out. It's one of my most recent videos and it explains exactly what I'm looking for in the euro. But just to explain quickly to you guys, the euro's headed into this monthly area of supply up here. There's a pretty decent demand zone right here on the daily, but as we contact this monthly supply, this daily becomes way lower odds. So, if you look at the top right over here, this is where I'm looking to get in long. And if price does hit this monthly area first and come down, it'll obviously be lower odds. But I don't mind this area on the weekly for a long opportunity. I would probably look for a 4-hour momentum shift to the upside based on the fact that we are near monthly supply. Looking at the Aussie dollar, they actually added a similar amount of longs and shorts this week, which tells me that as we are about to contact this monthly supply, we will probably see a gradual push up to that area around the 7.7 area, and weekly momentum remains up on the Aussie dollar. So basically what I'm looking for is maybe a break of this zone up here on the 4-hour. Maybe a break of this zone on the 4-hour, maybe get a long opportunity here. And if we don't get one, then ultimately when price comes down to this daily area here, I don't mind that area for a potential long setup at the 745 zone. It would probably, since we're so high up in the curve, it would probably be best to get a 1-hour momentum shift on here, and it would actually be best for something like this to happen, to break this daily supply that we see above and then come down for a nice buying opportunity on the Aussie dollar. Onto the British pound. As you see in the COT reports, there was a pretty big shift in percentage long to percentage short. The last week they were 45% long to 55% short. Now this week they are 54% long to 46% short. They got rid of 11,352 shorts according to the COT reports, and they actually added a little bit of longs too. In the past 3 weeks they've actually added longs. So it's kind of looking bullish, but as you can see on the monthly chart, we are contacting this downward trend line, which maybe the banks are using that to accumulate a long position, considering that weekly momentum is up. But if you look on the bottom right, this 4-hour time frame, momentum is down now. This weekly area is broken, so I don't really see many opportunities right now. If I am going to get in long, I would like for this 4-hour to be trending as well, and then maybe hop on a 1-hour long. But as for now, the weekly's up, the daily's sideways, I would say. So it's kind of it's a weird situation, and I don't really see that much quality demand down here on the daily for me to get in long yet. So it's kind of a waiting game. Hopefully the 4-hour and the daily start trending again, and ultimately for me to be pretty bullish, this weekly area of supply is going to have to be removed before I am really going to be considering getting in long. Looking at USD Japanese yen, they are still very short on this pair. which is, pretty bullish for the Japanese yen. But we are contacting this monthly area of demand right here. So, going short right now, is it really the best idea? I don't know. I don't really think so. There's no quality weekly supply here or anything. The daily's just kind of been messing around in this area, so I've been staying away from the Japanese yen. But if you want to do some cross pairs, I would expect the Japanese yen to get kind of weak over the next few weeks at least. So as for now, I don't really see much going on. Even on the 4-hour, I'm kind of staying away from this pair. Overall, the trend is down, but we're into this monthly area of demand, so I'm not really interested in going long or short in this pair right now. USD CAD, as you can see on the monthly time frame, there was a momentum shift here. This monthly candle still has not closed yet, so it's hard to say if it really is a true monthly shift, but to me, price is on the downside. If you look at the weekly, we are trending down, a very nice trend down, and even on the daily, very nice trend down. I have this zone marked out here as the strongest zone for reasons I'm not going to get into on the daily, and then obviously I was trying to get in short in this 4-hour right here, but price never retraced back up, and it's kind of flip-flop around here. And if you go to the 1-hour, I don't really see much going on anyways. There was a little setup here that would have stopped you out, but I don't really like these flip zones for trading because I find that they are lower odds, as I wrote down here. But ultimately, what I would like to see on the USD CAD is for price to push up here to this weekly or this daily area of supply for a nice shorting opportunity. Onto USD CHF. As you can see on the COT report, they are starting to add to their longs on this pair, and they actually got rid of 3,000 shorts. So, their percentage long to short is changing, and what are the odds of that? If you look on the monthly time frame here, we are in this big area of monthly demand, so we are expecting a price to move up. I don't know. So far on the weekly and the daily, the trend is still down, so technically we could still be shorting. As you can see, there's a very beautiful 4-hour zone right here that would have worked out very well. 2-to-1, 3-to-1. I saw it come back up. I don't like that trade now. It is tested. As far as the 1-hour goes, there was another setup here, kind of like a flip zone. I actually did have an order here at this zone. Never got filled. That's okay. But this area on the 1-hour is tested as well. So as of now, the 4-hour is all kind of eaten up. So ultimately, we would like to see a push up to this daily area for a shorting opportunity. But there's really not much going on in this pair right now. But I am expecting a price to move up. And what I'd want to see to really be bullish on this pair is for daily confirmation to go long. But as of now, I'm still looking for shorts. I just don't see anything on the 4-hour right now. We kind of missed everything. There was one here and one there as momentum was down. So on to gold, my favorite. As you can see on the COT reports, they added a bunch of longs, 13,927 to be exact, but they also added some shorts, 5,021, which I believe those shorts were, just to push price down to this monthly area of demand. But as you can see, we're already seeing a very nice reaction off of this monthly area of demand. And if you want a more detailed video about gold, I made a whole video about that. That's solely dedicated to gold. So go check that out. But to basically summarize what I said in the video is I expect a move off this daily supply, which is also a weekly area of selling. But for me to go long, what I'm going to have to see is for price to break this whole weekly area of supply first. Then I'm going to look into get in long. And ultimately, I want this downward trend line to be broken as well. But right now for gold, I'm basically waiting for something like this on the daily chart to get in long. And maybe get in long around this area here. As for now, I'm waiting. I'm not shorting gold because we are in this monthly area of demand, and I'm very bullish on gold. Looking at crude oil, they still remain 81% long to 19% short. This past week, they did drop their longs and their shorts, which is not surprising. We're in this weekly area and this monthly area of supply. So obviously, we're expecting them to take some profits. And if you're looking at the weekly, daily, 4-hour, there's a pretty decent 4-hour zone right here. It is kind of a flip zone, but I definitely don't mind this area for a long setup. But looking at the monthly, weekly, daily scenario, this daily is not bad as well right here. Ultimately, you might want to look for a smaller time frame momentum shift in that area, but to me on the weekly, it's looking like this weekly supply is going to break and that we're actually headed up to the 55 areas, maybe 50, maybe the next stop is like 51. So it's kind of risky just setting and forgetting long, but clearly momentum is up and you really want to be riding that momentum. I'm not really going to be bearish on oil until this weekly area or this weekly trend line is broken. So alright everyone, thanks again for watching this week's Forex forecast. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well if you don't mind. I really appreciate all the support. Let me know in the comments down below what pairs you're looking at this week, and maybe we can get in touch and you can send me a chart and let me know what you're looking at. I always like looking at charts. So with that being said, let's have a great trading week and let's make some money. Cheers.